Hello, you're watching Proactive. Here's a look at some of the stories we've been covering in the small cap space this past week. Oxford Biodynamics has developed a breakthrough blood test detecting chronic fatigue syndrome with 96% accuracy. The test uses its EpiSwitch platform and could eventually be adapted for long COVID.
Look, there's clearly a large need for a test with this breakthrough performance. This is a serious illness with millions of people waiting for a reliable diagnosis all around the globe. Now we will look at the quickest way to make a commercial test available.
IP Group could earn significant royalties after Pfizer announced it's acquiring obesity drug developer Metsera for $7.3 billion. CEO Greg Smith says IP Group is the licensor of the fundamental technology behind Metsera's lead compounds.
And it's also got huge potential to have an impact on many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of patients' lives. So I think this is another great example of where the sorts of things that we back and develop within IP Group address very big markets, which means real human impact and real scope for some very significant financial returns.
Sylvanas Therapeutics raised £1.25 million to accelerate CNS drug development, including addiction and psychiatry programs. With an advanced clinical program for severe alcohol use disorder targeting the EU and UK markets, CEO Anthony Tennyson says Phase 2B trials are also planned for alcohol use disorder in the US.
So our vision and our plan is to build a leading biopharma company focused on CNS small molecules. So those are molecules that can cross the blood-brain barrier. We are building that company across three core pillars: addiction, psychiatry, and now also exploring opportunities in neurology. We have a specific focus on high-burden diseases and poorly treated diseases within those three core pillars.
Ixico saw above guidance revenue in 2025 driven by new contracts and Alzheimer's-focused projects. CEO Bram Gurdon highlighted progress in blood-based biomarker diagnostics and US operational scale-up.
The strategy was and is innovate, lead, scale, which meant investments into innovation, which means further biomarker algorithms on platform. And I'm very happy to report that is on track, and you'll actually see us productize and commercialize that now in the next coming months.
Life Science Technologies announced an extended agreement with Gavita and Agrilux, which now runs until December 2026. CEO Simon Deacon says this will enable LST to support international projects with its turnkey lighting, sensing, and environmental control solutions.
And what we're seeing is AgTech and the Passive Fire division really starting to grow for 2026. And we're seeing those margins increase, those gross margins increase, which we're really excited about moving into 2026 and having a really strong year.
Follow us and subscribe on YouTube, our social channels, and on proactiveinvestors.co.uk.